Have you ever stopped to think that something as innocent and sweet as fruit could actually be quietly hurting your health? It sounds shocking, doesn't it? From the time we were children, we were taught that fruit is nature's perfect gift, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and natural goodness. But here's the part nobody talks about. Not all fruits are safe for everyone, especially as we get older. As we move past 60, our bodies begin to shift in ways we often don't expect. Our metabolism slows down, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and blood sugar becomes harder to manage. What once nourished us can now silently work against us. Some fruits that are perfectly healthy for younger people can actually become risky or even dangerous for seniors. Yes, dangerous. Some are loaded with natural sugars that spike blood sugar levels. Others are highly acidic, irritating the gut or weakening tooth enamel. And a few can even interact poorly with common medications, making them a hidden threat most people never see coming. These aren't just small issues. They can lead to fatigue, inflammation, and in some cases, more serious health complications if ignored. But don't worry. There's hope. Nature, in all its wisdom, hasn't just given us harmful options. It has also provided powerful, healing fruits that can protect your heart, soothe inflammation, boost memory, and strengthen bones, all crucial in our later years. As someone who's studied this deeply and lived long enough to see the truth beyond the headlines, I want to walk you through the 4 fruits you should stop eating right now, and the 4 you absolutely must keep on your plate, because you deserve to feel strong, clear-minded, and full of life. Before we jump into this life-changing list, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can make it better for you, because your health journey matters to me. Now, let's begin with the 4 fruits seniors should never eat. The truth may surprise you. 1. Grapefruit. The hidden danger, lurking in your breakfast bowl. It looks so harmless, doesn't it? That beautiful pink flesh, that refreshing tang. Grapefruit has long been praised as the perfect morning fruit. It's colorful, low in calories, and often praised for supporting heart health. But beneath that bright and cheerful appearance hides a danger that most people, especially seniors, are completely unaware of. For those over 60, grapefruit isn't just fruit. It can be a silent threat. What makes it so dangerous? It's a compound inside grapefruit that interferes with an essential liver enzyme called CYP3A4. This enzyme helps your body break down many common medications, the same medications millions of seniors rely on daily to keep their hearts beating, their blood pressure in check, and their anxiety under control. But when this enzyme is blocked by grapefruit, the drugs don't get broken down. They build up in your bloodstream like a dammed river with nowhere to go. And that's where things get scary. The result? Potentially deadly side effects. Imagine your blood pressure medication becoming too strong, your cholesterol drugs suddenly harming your muscles, your anti-anxiety pills sedating you to dangerous levels. Some people have ended up in emergency rooms. Others haven't made it that far. And the heartbreaking part? They never knew it was the grapefruit that pushed them over the edge. It's a cruel irony. The very fruit that looks so healthy can quietly sabotage your health if you're on the wrong medication. And with over 70% of Americans over 65 taking at least one prescription drug, the risk is far more common than anyone talks about. This isn't about fear. This is about awareness. The kind of wisdom that comes from experience, from stories, that never make the headlines. Grapefruit isn't a villain on its own. But if you're on medications, especially blood thinners, statins, or anti-anxiety drugs, it's simply not worth the gamble. So the question is, if this vibrant, seemingly innocent fruit can hold such a dangerous secret, what else are we eating without realizing the risks? Let's keep going. The next fruit may seem even more surprising. 2 cherries, sweet but secretly harmful for arthritis and diabetes cherries. They're small, they're sweet, and they carry a charm that takes us back to warm summer afternoons. Cherry pies on windowsills, laughter in the backyard, the joy of popping them into your mouth one after another. But here's the truth no one likes to admit. For older adults, those sweet little gems can quietly turn against you, especially if you're living with arthritis, diabetes, or even undiagnosed. Insulin resistance, cherries might not be as innocent as they seem. Let's break it down. A single cup of sweet cherries holds nearly 20 grams of sugar, and that's in the fresh form. Now imagine cherry juice, dried cherries, or those glossy syrups poured over desserts. The sugar content is even more concentrated. For someone in their 20s or 30s, the body can usually handle it. But after 60, when blood sugar control weakens and insulin sensitivity declines, that rush of sugar can hit like a tidal wave. Spikes in blood sugar may seem harmless at first, maybe just a little fatigue, a touch of dizziness. But over time, they chip away at your organs, your energy, your clarity. It's damage that adds up slowly, silently. And that's not all. Cherries are naturally acidic. And if you're one of the millions dealing with joint pain or arthritis, that acidity can become your enemy. Instead of soothing inflammation, it can inflame it. You may have eaten them hoping for relief, but ended up with aching knees, stiff fingers, or a night spent tossing in bed from the pain. Yes, it's true that cherries contain antioxidants, but when eaten in excess or in processed forms, the sugar and acid outweigh the benefit. What once felt like comfort food could now be silently contributing to swelling joints, unstable blood sugar, and chronic fatigue. The worst part? You might not even realize it's the cherries causing it. One day you wake up and your morning walk feels heavier. Your hands ache while making breakfast. You feel drained, foggy, or restless, and never suspect the handful of cherries you snacked on was part of the problem. So ask yourself, if something as beloved and familiar as cherries can hide this kind of risk, what other surprises are still waiting in your fruit bowl? Let's keep going. The next fruit might be sitting in your kitchen right now, and it's one many seniors eat every single day without knowing the danger. It's all connected. That innocent bowl of cherries you ate with good intentions, thinking it would nourish your body, could actually be what triggered your aching joints, that wave of dizziness, or that night of restless sleep. It's heartbreaking because cherries feel so safe. But as we grow older, even sweetness needs to be questioned. And if something so small can disturb your body's delicate balance, what happens when your potassium levels spiral out of control? From something even more common, let's talk about a fruit that almost every senior has in their kitchen right now. 3 bananas. When potassium becomes a hidden threat, bananas have long been seen as the poster child for health. Easy to peel, easy to eat, and praised for being rich in potassium. They're the go-to snack for energy, for cramps, even for heart health. For decades, we've believed they're nothing but good for us. But as we age, the rules change. And so does the way our body handles even the healthiest nutrients. Yes, potassium is important. But for seniors, especially those with weakened kidneys, heart problems, or those taking medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics. Potassium can quietly build up to dangerous levels in the body. And the scary part? Your kidneys, which once filtered out the excess, begin to slow down with age. That potassium doesn't leave your body like it used to. It stays, it accumulates, and it can slowly begin to disrupt your entire system. This isn't just about a banana here or there. It's about the cumulative effect. A few bananas a week, especially when paired with potassium-rich foods and medications, could be enough to tip the balance. You might feel a strange flutter in your chest, muscle weakness in your legs, or a fog you just can't shake. These are often the first whispers of a condition called hyperkalemia, a silent danger that sends thousands of seniors to emergency rooms every year. By the time the symptoms are obvious, the damage may already be unfolding. Your heart's rhythm may falter. Your muscles may feel heavy and unresponsive. Your energy, your balance, even your clarity of thought, all at risk. All from something as simple, as trusted as a banana. It's a cruel twist. The very foods we were taught to rely on can turn into quiet threats as our bodies change. But now that you know, you have the power to choose more wisely. And that leads us to the next fruit. It's one that hides behind a reputation for being cool and hydrating. But its hidden sugar and acidity could be setting you up for serious trouble. Let's take a closer look. Most people would never suspect the banana. It's too familiar, too wholesome, too harmless. But that's the danger, isn't it? Simplicity can be deceiving, especially when your body, in its later years, becomes more delicate than anyone can see from the outside. So before you reach for that next banana, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this what my body actually needs, or just what I've gotten used to? Because sometimes the real danger doesn't come from what we fear. It comes from what we blindly trust. And that couldn't be more true for the next item on our list. A fruit so widely accepted as healthy, so commonly found in smart snack packs, that most seniors never give it a second thought. But what if I told you that this fruit isn't healthy at all, that it's actually a concentrated sugar trap dressed up in a disguise of wellness? 4 dried fruits, sugar bombs in disguise. They sit neatly in your pantry, raisins, cranberries, dates, dried apricots, tucked into trail mixes, sprinkled on oatmeal, or handed out at doctor's offices as a healthy snack. But behind those wrinkled skins lies a hidden danger that few talk about. Dried fruits are sugar bombs masquerading as nutrition. Here's what most don't realize. When fruit is dried, the water, the natural volume, the hydration, the bulk disappears. But the sugar? It stays, and now it's concentrated. A small handful of raisins is the sugar equivalent of eating an entire bunch of grapes, without the fiber, without the water, and without the full feeling that tells you to stop. Just pure, dense sugar in every bite. But it doesn't stop there. Many store-bought dried fruits are also coated in added sugar to boost flavor and preserved with sulfites to extend shelf life. Sounds harmless? Not if you're over 60. Sulfites can trigger migraines, asthma, and even gut inflammation. And if you have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive sensitivities, this healthy snack can quietly wreak havoc. The worst part? You believe you're making a good choice. You think you're doing something smart for your body. But in reality, your blood sugar spikes, your digestion struggles, and your inflammation worsens. All because of something that was supposed to be better than a cookie or a candy bar. This is the kind of damage that doesn't scream. It whispers. It creeps in slowly. A little fatigue here, a little bloating there. A few extra pounds that won't budge. And then down the road, it becomes something more serious. So if a handful of dried fruit can carry this much risk, what happens when the foods we trust most, the ones we were taught to believe in, turn out to be the ones hurting us the most? The good news? For every fruit you should avoid, there's one that can heal, protect, and truly support your body. And now that you've seen the danger, it's time to discover the life-saving fruits your body actually needs. Let's begin the second half of this journey with the fruits that can change your health for the better. It's your heart. It's your sleep. It's the tiredness you feel after what should have been a simple, healthy snack. Dried fruits might look friendly, sweet, familiar, easy to grab, but for so many older adults, they're silent thieves, slowly stealing your comfort, your energy, your balance, and your body's ability to stay stable. And the worst part? Most people never see it coming. That's why we must begin questioning not just what tastes sweet, but what's been packaged and processed to appear good while quietly doing harm. But now, let's shift from warning to hope, because while some fruits can deceive, others, still fresh, still whole, still natural, can actually become the medicine your aging body has been longing for, especially after 60, when every choice we make matters just a little more. These aren't just fruits, they're protectors, lifelines, silent heroes working behind the scenes to restore, energize, and defend your health. So what should you be eating every single week to stay sharp, strong, and steady? Let's begin with a fruit so small, it's easy to overlook. But it might just be the one that saves your memory. 1. Blueberries, the memory-saving miracle. They may be tiny, but blueberries carry a power that's almost magical, especially as we grow older. They don't demand attention, they don't boast with bright colors or tropical flair, but inside, each humble little berry is one of the most powerful natural brain protectors we know of today. You see, as we step into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, memory begins to fade. Words slip, moments blur. You walk into a room and forget why. You pause mid-sentence, reaching for a name that just won't come. And that can feel scary, even heartbreaking. But here's where blueberries come in. Science has now confirmed what many wise elders have long believed. What you eat shapes how you think. And among all the fruits studied for brain health, blueberries rise to the very top. Why? Because of a powerful compound called anthocyanins, the natural pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color. But they do far more than paint the skin of a berry. These compounds are capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier, a rare and vital ability. Once inside, they go to work. They reduce inflammation in the brain, improve communication between neurons, and shield delicate brain cells from the oxidative stress that leads to memory loss and mental decline. In fact, regular consumption of blueberries has been linked to slower cognitive aging, improved memory, better focus, and even a stronger emotional state. Think of them as your brain's quiet bodyguards, gentle, natural, and fiercely protective. So, whether you sprinkle them on your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply eat them by the handful, blueberries are not just a snack. They're a step toward holding on to the moments that matter. A step toward remembering the stories, the faces, the laughter, and yourself. And if one small fruit can do that, imagine what the next healing fruit might do for your heart, your joints, or even your bones. Let's keep going, because the second fruit on our must-eat list brings power to your entire body in a way you might never expect. And that's the magic of blueberries. They're not just sweet little berries, they're tiny warriors for your brain. Regularly eating blueberries has been linked to slower cognitive decline, better decision-making, and even a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. And for seniors, those aren't just health benefits, they're lifelines. Think about it. More time to remember the names of your grandchildren. More mornings where your mind feels clear. More independence when you need it most. Blueberries give you the power to stay you longer, but their magic doesn't stop at the brain. Blueberries also help regulate blood pressure, support heart health, and are naturally low in sugar, making them a safe and smart choice for people with diabetes or heart concerns. Just a half cup a day, tossed into your oatmeal, stirred into some yogurt, or eaten by the handful, can begin to make a real, lasting difference. In a world filled with prescriptions, doctor visits, and complicated diets, we sometimes forget that real healing still grows from the earth. Blueberries are proof. They don't just nourish, they protect, they restore, and they quietly preserve what matters most, your mind. And if one small fruit can sharpen your memory, imagine what a crisp, fiber-rich apple can do for your heart. There's a reason people have been saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away for generations. It's not just an old saying, it's a forgotten truth. 2 apples. The heart-healthy fiber. Hero, there's something comforting about an apple. It's familiar, it's simple, but inside that crunch is something much more powerful than we give it credit for. Especially as we age, apples become more than a snack. They become a natural defense. Apples are packed with soluble fiber, particularly a type called pectin. This fiber binds to cholesterol in your digestive system and helps sweep it out before it ever reaches your bloodstream. For seniors, that means eating apples can actively lower bad LDL cholesterol, helping to reduce your risk of heart attacks and strokes without needing another pill. But there's more. Apples are low in calories, naturally sweet, and filled with antioxidants that help fight inflammation and support immune function. They help regulate blood sugar, aid digestion, and provide a slow, steady source of energy without spikes or crashes. In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your body needs gentle support, not extremes. Apples provide that. They offer balance, comfort, and protection, all in one bite. So while the world chases the next superfood trend, don't overlook what's been in your fruit bowl all along. Sometimes the best medicine isn't hidden in a bottle or buried in a health food aisle. Sometimes it's as simple as an apple, waiting quietly to help you live stronger, longer, and better. But if apples can guard your heart, what about protecting your bones? The very structure that holds you up every single day. That's where the next fruit comes in. And you might be surprised by what it is. And sugar, making them a safe, steady snack that actually supports blood sugar control and helps maintain a healthy weight, both of which are absolutely critical for heart and joint health as we age. But apples don't stop at protecting the heart. They do so much more. The fiber in apples helps keep your digestive system running smoothly, easing constipation, which is a common and often frustrating issue in later life. And here's where it gets even more powerful. The antioxidants in the skin, quercetin and flavonoids, have natural anti-inflammatory effects that support your entire body. They've even been linked to a reduced risk of certain cancers and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. But perhaps just as meaningful is the emotional comfort they bring. Apples are familiar. They remind us of crisp autumn afternoons, homemade pies cooling on the windowsill, and that satisfying crunch on a chilly day. That kind of comfort is nourishment too, not just for the body, but for the heart and mind. So, yes, it turns out the old saying was right. An apple a day really can keep the doctor away, not just because of what it gives your body, but because of what it helps you avoid. And if the apple is a gentle guardian of the heart, then what about a fruit that goes even deeper? One that feeds your bones, your brain, and your skin, all at the same time. It's rich, it's creamy, and it's been misunderstood for years. Let's talk about a fruit that's finally getting the respect it deserves, but still holds secrets most people don't know. 3 avocados. The creamy powerhouse of healthy aging avocados don't fit the usual idea of fruit. They're not sweet, they're not colorful. You won't see them tossed into fruit salads or sliced on cereal. But for those of us over 60, the avocado is not just a food, it's powerful fuel for longevity, clarity, and resilience. Packed with monounsaturated fats, the kind your aging body craves. Avocados offer the healthy fats that don't clog your arteries. Instead, they protect your heart, nourish your brain, and even help lower bad cholesterol. For seniors managing heart conditions, high blood pressure, or even early memory loss, this fruit offers something most others can't: deeply sustaining support from the inside out. But that's not all. The anti-inflammatory properties of avocados work to reduce swelling and stiffness in joints, easing the kind of chronic pain that keeps so many older adults from moving freely. They also contain nutrients like vitamin K, folate, and potassium, which strengthen bones, protect against osteoporosis, and help keep your nervous system sharp. What's even more remarkable, the natural fats in avocados actually help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, meaning the nutrients you eat with them are better used by your body. Think of it as a nutrient booster in disguise. So, while avocados may not shout for attention with color or sweetness, they whisper something much more important. I've got you covered. For your skin, for your mind, for your heart. And yet, as powerful as avocados are, there's another fruit that brings something almost magical. A deep purple glow, a tart, sweet bite, and a reputation for doing something truly extraordinary, protecting your memory as you age. You might already have this in your fridge. But after hearing what it really does, you'll never look at it the same way again. Let's reveal the next one. Papaya, a gentle healer for digestion and inflammation. In a world where pharmacy shelves are lined with antacids, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory creams, it's easy to forget that nature has already given us something far more powerful and far more gentle. Enter the papaya. Its soft, golden orange flesh and subtle tropical sweetness are more than a delight for your taste buds. They're a gift for your entire body, especially as you grow older. As we age, digestion becomes more delicate. Meals that once sat comfortably in our stomachs now lead to bloating, discomfort, or even acid reflux. But papaya contains a natural enzyme called papain, and this gentle compound does something incredible. It helps your body break down proteins, easing the strain on your digestive system. It's like a quiet helping hand, allowing your stomach to relax and process food without the struggle. But the benefits go even deeper. Papaya is also packed with vitamin C, vitamin A, and flavonoids, natural compounds that actively reduce inflammation throughout the body. And if you suffer from arthritis, joint stiffness, or lingering pain in your back or knees, papaya's anti-inflammatory powers can bring genuine relief. Not through a pill, but through something that actually nourishes you. It's also rich in fiber, which helps keep your gut healthy and regular, something that becomes increasingly important with age. And if you're dealing with high cholesterol or trying to protect your heart, that fiber can help there too. But perhaps what makes papaya so special isn't just its nutrition, it's how it makes you feel. Smooth, cooling, easy on the stomach. It doesn't fight your body, it supports it. A few pieces in the morning, or blended into a soft smoothie, and you're giving your body what it truly craves, not processed pills, but real, whole food medicine. And while papaya heals from the inside, what if I told you there's a fruit that helps defend your mind, your memory, your focus, your clarity in the face of aging? Let's uncover the next fruit that doesn't just fuel your body, but protects the very thoughts that make you you. If you've ever struggled with sluggish digestion, irregularity, or the lingering side effects of long-term medications, then papaya isn't just a fruit. It's a gentle form of relief. With every soft, juicy slice, papaya offers more than just comfort. It offers healing, quiet, consistent, and deeply nourishing. This tropical fruit is rich in vitamin C, A, and E, three powerful nutrients that do more than boost your immune system. They protect your skin, calm inflammation, and help fight off chronic diseases like arthritis and heart conditions that become more common with age. For older adults waking up with stiff joints, dealing with lingering aches, or simply feeling run down, papaya quietly supports the body, restoring balance from the inside out. And perhaps the most beautiful part? It's easy. No need for cooking, no complicated recipes. Just a few slices a day can transform how your body feels. Its taste is mild, its texture smooth, and its effect profound. Papaya reminds us that healing doesn't always come in a bottle or a prescription. Sometimes, it's found wrapped in nature's own skin, quietly waiting on your plate. And now that we've explored the fruits that protect your brain, strengthen your heart, support your bones, and soothe your digestion, the real question is, what happens when you bring all of these choices together? Final advice: build a daily lifestyle with these fruits. As we move into the later seasons of life, one quiet truth becomes harder to ignore. We can no longer afford to take our health for granted. The foods we used to enjoy freely, out of habit, nostalgia, or convenience, now carry consequences that weren't there before. Each bite we take now either heals or hurts. It either gives our body strength, or it quietly adds to the burden we already carry. But here's the good news: it's never too late to turn things around. And the most powerful changes? They're not extreme. They're not overwhelming. They're as simple as choosing a handful of blueberries over dried fruit, picking an apple instead of processed snacks, reaching for papaya instead of sugar-laden desserts. These choices are small, but when made daily, they become the foundation of lasting wellness. Your health is in your hands, one bite at a time. So let the food you eat reflect the love you have for yourself. Choose what heals, choose what nourishes, and never forget, the power to change your future is already sitting on your plate. Imagine choosing an avocado over a sugary snack. Picture swapping processed spreads with something real and nourishing, or starting your morning with papaya instead of reaching for another pill. These may seem like small choices, but over time, they build something powerful: a stronger heart, clearer thoughts, smoother joints, and a calmer, more balanced body. Most of all, they give you something that can't be bought: a sense of control over your own well-being. And that, my friend, is a gift worth holding on to. But here's the truth we often resist: not every food we once loved is still right for us. Grapefruit, bananas, cherries, dried fruits, they're not villains. They're natural, yes, but nature isn't always gentle, especially when our bodies begin to change. What was once good can slowly become harmful if we aren't paying attention. It's not about fear. It's about wisdom. It's about listening, really listening, to the body that's carried you through decades of life. That body now needs care, intention, and a bit more thought than it used to. This isn't about what you can't have. It's about all the beautiful things you still can enjoy and truly benefit from. Nature gives us more than enough healing options. We just have to make the conscious choice to welcome them. So whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, remember this. Your health isn't behind you. It's still here, waiting right now. In the next meal, the next walk, the next mindful moment. The fruits you allow into your life aren't just food. They're nourishment. They're protectors. They're your daily act of self-respect. They are proof that even as we age, we still have power over our story. And when you care for yourself with this kind of love and knowledge, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. You deserve that. You deserve to grow older with grace, with strength, and with joy, one mindful bite at a time. So now I invite you to reflect. What's one thing you learned today that you're going to apply in your life? Leave a comment below with the number 1 if this video gave you value. And if it didn't, that's okay too. Type 0 so we can keep improving and making better content for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing health content made just for you. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your terms, with clarity, courage, and care.